So hi guys, hi everyone. My name is Anton Voronyuk and I'm happy to have you on our regular webinar. Today we will talk about design a website using Figma from start to finish. Web development is one of the really vital topics in the life of digital marketer. We have a lot of topics about traffic, about conversion, analytics, and so on. And of course, design and of course, web development is very important. Today we have a great expert. I will introduce him a little bit later. And now I want to share with you a little bit about us, about our expertise, how did we start our digital marketing way, and how our courses on Udemy help you to be a better digital marketer, how to grow your digital marketer career and do it in the right way. So as I've already mentioned, my name is Anton Voronyuk. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Skills Booster Academy, Chief Business Development Officer of Webfrom Agency. We are in digital marketing over 15 years. During this time, we became a Google Premier partner, Facebook marketing partner, TikTok partner. We have over 100 certified specialists in our team, and we've gathered most of the traffic qualifications and certifications we can. Now we understand that it's a good time to share our expertise abroad, and we started to produce new courses on such big platform as Udemy. So all our courses, all our international educational activities, they started on Udemy. And if you go to Udemy right now, you can find our profile. It's Anton Voronyuk, and you will find my courses created with co-instructors. And this is the best way how you can teach, how you can learn about digital marketing, how you make your digital marketing career more easier to live some routine in digital marketing. And all this will be really helpful for you. Now we have over 300,000 students from over 190 countries, and this is just the beginning. We are moving to the 1 million breakpoint, and I think that maybe till the end of the 2023 year, we will get it. So this is about us. If you want to find courses about digital marketing, social media, content marketing, SEO, etc., don't hesitate, scan this QR code or just go to Udemy, type in Anton Voronyuk, and you will find 15 courses in digital marketing. And we are preparing 10 more courses this year. So one of the great speakers and co-instructors we are preparing Figma course is our today's speaker is Željko Milivojević. He is freelance UI and UX designer. He has 8 years experience in the design industry. This guy is really focused not just on mobile web design, brand identity, but had a great experience on working with the biggest company in Europe and in the US. Željko is a really great expert in Figma, and his way how to produce the right solutions in Figma can be interesting, and it can be used for moving your projects, for making your design better. And Željko will share this experience with you during this webinar. So Željko, hi, how are you? I'm happy to have you on this webinar.
Hi, I'm doing great. Hopefully everyone can hear me and hopefully everyone can see me.
Yeah, I think that everyone see you and hear, and you can share your presentation and start our journey in the Figma world.
Okay. So hopefully you can see everything that I'm sharing right now.
Yeah, everything is okay.
Okay. So welcome to design a website using Figma from start to finish. I'm going to talk about how you can improve your websites, how you can improve your designs, how you can create your website using this great tool named Figma, and also using other tools to implement into your workflow. So what are you going to learn in this course and also in this webinar today? You're going to learn what is Figma and its benefits. You're going to learn Figma interface and tools, wireframing, full responsive website design, and portfolio management. So let's start with basic question. What is the Figma? Figma is free online vector graphic editor and prototyping tool that is great not only for designing websites, but compelling vectors as well. And so why Figma? What sets Figma apart from any other tool? Using Sketch or Adobe XD, those two tools are really popular into our design industry, in UI industry. And Using those tools mean you have to use other apps as well, like InVision, Abstract, or Zeppelin. Figma is all in one. Those tools, for example, InVision, Abstract, or Zeppelin, are from development standpoint, and you are going to share your design to the clients, and you are going to use the Zeppelin. With InVision, you are going to edit some designs, you are going to use some animations, but in Figma, you can do everything. It's also faster in the cloud. You are not on Mac, you're tired of version updates. With Figma, you're going to work seamlessly on the web. Also, Figma has unlimited storage. So most of the applications, for example, Adobe, the Adobe XD, specifically, it has only 2 gigabytes of usage of the storage. And then after that, you need to pay monthly fees to upgrade that storage and also move on the different clients. You also have less shareable options with the clients. So Figma is really amazing in that term as well. And also better teamwork. Figma lets you share design files and collaborate in real time. That's not possible with desktop app like Sketch, for example. But recent updates made other companies as well improve, and we'll see better competition, of course, but Figma currently stays on the top. Okay, but this course is for who? It's for everyone. This course is also for someone who already works in this field, but wants to expand their knowledge and see how others work. So it doesn't really matter if you are a beginner or you are experienced into design field, you're going to learn something new in this course. There are going to be great exercises that you can implement with great features and really important stuff. There's many details that most people aren't really sharing when designing the website, and they're not talking about that. So you're going to learn some new stuff, regardless are you a beginner or you are experienced. Does that mean that I need a strong design knowledge to start this course? No. And is there something besides Figma? Yes, we are going to learn whimsical application as well. Whimsical is a tool to create compelling wireframes. As you can see down below, there's some examples of what you are going to learn, how you are going to structure websites. It's going to be really, really easy to design your wireframes or low fidelity works in this whimsical application and then translate to Figma. Are Figma and whimsical free? Yes, they are both free. Every single application that I'm going to use in this course is going to be free. All the plugins, all the assets are going to be free to use. Now, what we are going to talk about is our course content and what you're going to gain from subscribing to this course and purchasing it. So the first section would be getting started. And in those, you're going to be introduced to this course and also the tools that we are going to use. As a preview mentioned, you're going to use the Figma and you are going to use whimsical application. And they're both free. You can just go on Google, type those names and sign in, create your account with ease in under a minute, and you're ready to go. Next thing is web structure. So we are going to talk about how website works, and we are going to talk about box elements. We are going to talk about website structure and also modern trends. So how the website works, we are going to explore their inspect elements, and we are going to see how HTML and CSS structures works. We are going to talk about box elements, and that is maybe the most important thing when designing the websites. And most of the times you're not going to see designers use that stuff. And with that term, using the auto layout in the Figma or using the box element structure, you're definitely going to improve in your design tremendously. Then third section is into the Figma. We are going to talk about main screen, community tab, creating the project, and exploring the canvas. We are going to explore the Figma, what it is, what you can explore in different sections. For example, in this time, community tab. That is maybe most important feature of the Figma because it has a great community and some of the people are sharing their full projects on community tabs. So it's really important to understand the community and be a part of it. Next thing is tools in action. So we are going to explore basic shapes, we are always starting from beginning. We are going to explore properties of the objects, useful shortcuts. We are going to talk about frames and groups, typographies, playing with pictures, SVG files, and we are going to have exercise on the end of this section. So with basic shapes and having useful shortcuts, you're going to work around every single project with ease. And then what we are going to do is play with typography. We are going to talk about fonts, what fonts should you use, playing with pictures, what pictures should you use, implement, and how you can work around them. And also SVG files are really great implementation in every single design tool, because you can explore and you can export every single that icon, for example, or vector elements, and not lose any quality. And of course, on the end of this section, we are going to talk about that exercise. It's going to be just to play around and seek for your knowledge. Next thing, and maybe most important feature of the Figma, is auto layout. We are going to explore what is layout. It's really important. And then we are going to move to auto layout tools. For example, some directions, spacing, paddings, alignments, and maybe some advanced features as well. And then we are going to create our first component with this auto layout. We are going to create our first button, how buttons are properly designed in the Figma. And then we are going to have two exercises in this section. So the first exercise is going to be some basic auto layout features. And then next exercise is going to be bigger, more profound auto layout feature. Next section is preparing for the project. So I'm going to show you the example of a already built project. We will go through what is really important in every single department of that. And then we will move to creating our mood board, selecting our colors, typographies, and usage of every single things. For example, for the colors, you have that color psychology, what it's called. And for example, blue, it's most popular color for the websites, and it's most beautiful color to the eyes. Red is maybe some dangerous color, or it seeks for the attention. Yellow color, it has own things. Green color, it's soothing color, and etc. So we are going to talk about every single thing about that. Next session is wireframes. So we are already starting working on our project and creating our first website. We are going to talk about whimsical application and what is it. We are going to explore the space around the whimsical application, how you can implement every single thing in that. And then we are going to move to develop our first sections, then creating our web view, and of course, mobile view. This website that we are going to create is going to be responsive. So we will have web view and mobile view for each screen. And then we are going to export these wireframes and you can implement them in your website. Now the next section and biggest section is starting a project. We are going to talk about what is the design system. That is maybe also one of the most important things when starting the project, because when you have your design system in place, everything is going to be ready to go. We will talk about 4-point grids. We are going to talk about icons, what to choose for them, how you can import them, and how you can manage to just click few buttons and change the icons on every single thing. We are going to talk and explore our first elements about the design system. We will set up our first frame, create our navigation panel that you can see right here. We are going to create our first hero section, and then we will move to our first page, whole web view, and we will move to mobile view. Now we have, after the design, we will have our finishing touches. So we are going to set everything for design or for the development handoff. We are going to set every single thing in place. We are going to name the pages. We are going to prepare everything and make everything professional. So your client is going to be really, really proud to share your work. We will also talk about how you can send that design to the client with ease, and also how you can do review with the client. So you hop on the call and you share your screen, or you prepare some presentation and then you show what is really important. Then we have our bonus portfolio management section. we are going to talk about why it's important to have great portfolio management. You see, when you go on Instagram, for example, or some maybe more popular websites for the design, it's really important to have great persona on there, to have everything set up so people can easily find you. You have your emails right in front. You have your click to action buttons on every single thing. It's really important to have everything set in place. We're going to talk about best websites that you can advertise, for example, Dribbble, Behance, and etc. I'm going to show also how you can present your work. I will go through the whole process. When you go on my Dribbble portfolio, for example, you are going to have exact process how I'm creating my design and sharing them on Dribbble. And also, of course, this course is going to be updated. So the first update that we are going to talk about, it's going to be dealing with the clients. So we will talk about how to find your clients. We will go through the call with the client, important questions, closing the deal. That is really important with the clients, because sometimes you're going to message him and then clients ghost you, and what's happening? He's not answering back. We will go through each single thing and what is really important. We'll go to the payment procedure and also how to move on from really bad clients. And also we will talk about important questions. Don't wait, start today. There's two websites that I talk about, and it's dribbble.com. This is maybe the most popular website, not only for the user interface or user experience designs. It's really important also when you want to explore some animations or branding. There's many great illustrations or many great typographies, or even just web design or mobile design in this term. Also, another option is Behance.net. It's an amazing website, and I think it's more professional than Dribbble as well. It's really important to have knowledge from all the sites. Behance.net is a great website that you can go and see real projects. And you are going to find also big companies. So there you can find companies like Microsoft, for example. They're sharing their design works and how they're implementing their designs and what's their procedure behind every single thing. So it's really important to have those two websites on your mind, and don't wait, start today. It's really important to exercise, and that is most important stuff. So thank you for listening. Hopefully you heard me well, and yeah, let's move on to the next sections.
Željko, thank you for your great speech. We have some questions that were already prepared with our students during this session. I'll share my screen and we will run through these questions. Just give me a second. Share screen. Yep. Let me know that you see my screen.
Yes, I can see you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's run through the questions. The first one. Might I get the certificate after joining this webinar? This may be a question not for you, but for me. Yes, of course. If you registered on our Skills Booster website during the webinar, you can go to the our certification website, get their review to this webinar, and get the certificate. If you didn't register yet, you can do it by this QR code, or just go to skillsbooster.net, design a website using Figma, and you will get a certificate, you will get the recording, all information, presentation, etc. So don't hesitate to register on the webinar if you didn't do it before. Let's go forward. Oh, this is yours. Does Figma require coding of some sort? On a scale from 0 to 10 between coding and drag and drop, which is better for building and designing a website? Željko, what do you think about this?
Yeah, okay, so let's start with the first question. It is, does Figma require coding of some sort? I don't think so. It doesn't really require you to understand the code. It's going to be really helpful if you understand the code. And that's why I was talking about in my course. That's those block elements, paddings, and etc., how websites are structured. That is maybe the most important stuff to understand. Then later, yes, of course, you can code your website for you. Yeah, but in my course, you're going to learn that basic website structure. And On my side, I think that's most important thing to understand. So short answer is no, but it's helpful.
And if we talk about the scale from 0 to 10, what mark you will give?
I would give it maybe like 4. I think it's not really important that much, because I know designers who don't understand the code really well, but they're designing great websites. So it's only about understanding maybe that basic structure and how websites work. And later after that, yes, of course, you can upgrade, but I don't think that's really important for you. And also between coding and drag and drop, which is better for building and designing a website? I think that person is referring to maybe some drag and drop builders for the website. I think it all depends. You have great options, for example, like Webflow. I think it's maybe one of the most popular right now web builders. And it has some CSS and HTML elements as well. So it's really up to person knowledge for the code. If you don't understand code really well, you can also go with Framer. That is also a great application that works with Figma. And it's almost drag and drop user interface application. So it all depends on your knowledge. Maybe coding is, if you understand the code really well and you understand all the frameworks, go with coding. But if you don't understand it on the perfect scale, for example, go with the drag and drop features.
Yeah, different people love different tools. Let's move forward. Can we create animations using Figma?
Yeah, short answer is yes. I don't think the Figma is maybe the best tool to do it, but you have with the stock things, but you can implement some plugins with the Figma. And that's why I was talking about the community. Community is amazing in Figma, and you can implement great plugins and great applications with the Figma, with the community, and you can create even better things that Figma is providing to you. So it's all up to you to choose what is for you. But yeah, you can implement really great animations in Figma as well. But it's all up to every single case. Do they want it?
And if you will come back to the mark from 0 to 10, how will you recommend the Figma as animations maker?
Yeah,
from 0 to 10?
I think it's 8 or 9.
Okay,
I think
it's a good mark.
It's
a good mark.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. You have many different options, but short answer is yes. You can implement great animations using Figma.
Great. Let's move forward. So how to improve my design skills and be more creative? Share a little bit about your experience. How did you become designer? How long you are working? And maybe this is question about more like how to get the inspiration. Share a little bit, please.
Yeah, it's more philosophical question on that side. It's up to you to be open to new ideas. It's up to you to be more adventurous, maybe to explore and see other things. For example, new iPhone dropped and they implemented new feature that's called like this dynamic island and all of those stuff. And it's really great to see how other designers are doing those stuff. I started my designs because of the Apple and Samsung, how they implemented their designs, and I always loved that. So you really need to be adventurous, I think, and that's how the creativity works. And I mentioned 2 websites previously when I was talking in my presentation. So those 2 websites are also great to explore maybe other designs. And if you have some designer blocks and you don't have maybe some creativity right now, you can seek for other people as well. And about the design skill, it's only about the practice, really just practice. We will go through the many features in my Figma course. So definitely you're going to see many different styles, how to implement certain features.
We have a few questions from chat. Have you tried using Wix? Can you compare Wix and Figma? What you love more?
Yes,
I tried. The question from Enrique.
Okay, great question. I think it's really important to understand every single tool. I have used Wix and I tried it and I didn't like it as much because it doesn't really provide you that much flexibility with the design. I think Webflow and Figma is amazing combination to use because of the things that I previous talk about, Figma is great to have all those structures. And also when you create some animations, for example, in Figma, you can also create those animations in Webflow. So it's really amazing to implement those two websites. So I don't think Wix is that complex.
So it's flexible.
Yeah, I don't think it's that complex on that complexity with the Webflow. But Wix is great if you're starting out and just seeking for maybe some basic web builders.
Clear. We have also a question from Uzaya Tesh. How many hours a day should beginners practice? Those who do not know anything set aside. So if you are a beginner, how much time you need to spend on education, practicing, and so on?
Yeah. I mean, that's subjective. I think on my side, that's more subjective things. If you have free time on your hands, use it wisely. I mean, so it's up to you to try and play around as many hours as possible in the day, but don't try to burn out yourself, because it happens. It happens if you design many hours, and it's not about the Figma as well. It's about every single job. If you work too many hours and constantly without any rest, it's going to be really painful. So I can also say with my course, it's up to you to go with your own pace as well. Don't try to finish everything right now, and you're not going to be satisfied with what you learned. Try and go with ease. Try to go with certain features, play around, and yeah.
It's really a great piece of advice. We have one more question in chat from Jovi Juvera. When we add animations, does it have a memory limit? There is a chance that some animations have high memory.
I don't understand the question, really.
Jovi, can you give more details about your questions? So it was about adding animations and the memory limit.
I think,
but it's not clear for me too.
Yeah, if he's referring to memory limit about the personal devices, for example, using the RAM usage, if you're referring to that, I don't think it's going to be really important. I don't think that matters too much. So just play around and see if your computer starts slowing down, then yeah, it's going to be painful, but I don't think Figma is handling everything great.
Okay, great. Like the limit for megabytes and gigabytes. I think that it was a question about RAM. Okay, let's move forward with questions that were prepared by students before the webinar. The next one, please mention some key points that help in becoming a successful designer.
I think some key points I mentioned previously. So you really need to be adventurous. You really want to explore other designs. You really want to seek for inspirations. You also need to exercise definitely more. Don't just watch others. Play with your tools. Try and see how others are also designing. That's really important, and that's why I mentioned that this course is for every single person. You're always going to learn something new. It doesn't really matter if you're a high experienced designer or not. You're always going to learn just some feature that is going to be really helpful. Maybe someone who is going in this course already know how to design in Figma and already know how to design the website, but he is going to learn how to structure the website to present to the client, how he's going to structure the auto layout. So it's really important to see for other people how they're working, seek for great inspirational designers. It doesn't really matter to be like designer. Maybe some other people that can really be inspiration. Maybe some musicians can be helpful to you. It can give you some inspiration. It's really up to every single person. But I think most important thing is to exercise. Exercise daily. Try to implement every single feature. Explore every single feature. Don't be shy from your program. You're going to use it for the clients. So just try and explore.
Practice, test, and test one more time. Thank you, Željko. Guys, who are watching us online, don't hesitate, put like to this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we have the next question. How to master design, and I think that we answered this in 3 areas. Web design is challenging task. If I have no experience, how I can achieve the design tasks? So you are the beginner designer. What is your way to find the first clients and to get the first projects?
I get a question on Instagram also really frequently. And most of the time, maybe those two questions are how I can start designing and how I can find the clients. That's maybe the most frequently asked questions on my side. And also those two questions are really important when I was starting out. How you can achieve the designed task. It's really important to market yourself and to have great portfolio management, as I previously mentioned. So yeah, all of those stuff we are going to talk about. It's really important for you to have strong persona. So if you like clean, for example, it's maybe different term, but clean but minimal, for example, design, something like that. Present your design in minimal terms. If you like playful designs, present yourself as a playful person, as a playful design. It's really important to have some strong niche. So don't be just in every single department, and that's also not for the Figma design, that's for everything. So be in your niche and explore in your niche. Try and present your designs on those tool platforms, Dribble and Behance that I previously mentioned. And also you have some terms of luck. Sometimes you're not going to find someone, sometimes you are going to find great clients. And as I previously mentioned, in other sections, we are going to explore all those things.
Great, Željko. Thank you. We have the next question. What makes Figma special? I think that you answered this question in the previous presentation, but give me 3 key points.
Yeah. I think it's really like cloud usage, ease of use for the websites or the web usage, for example, and great teamwork. So you can share it with ease to other people. Everyone can see your project. What you really need for the Figma and to start this course or to start working in a Figma is literally laptop or computer that can go on Google Chrome or Opera or some browser. It doesn't really matter, and have internet access. And that's it. Figma is built like that. So you have your browser, internet access, you're going to build anything that you want, really.
Great, thank you. And the next question, how can be Figma used by marketers? You are a designer and you are looking from the design side, but I think that a lot of your clients are marketers. What you can tell about Figma and marketers' approach?
As I previously mentioned, Figma is not only the web design tool, it's also a vector tool. You can use it for really most of the stuff that you are going to use vectors. So if you are a marketer, for example, and you are trying to explore in that niche, for example, you can try and use that tool and create maybe some marketing promotional pictures or anything that you want, really. So it's not like you're designing the websites and that's it, and you're only the web designer. For the marketers, you can use it also with your site to present your work as well.
Great, thank you. And how to design better sites? Where to find inspiration for the best examples? Where you find inspiration personally, Željko?
Yeah, I mentioned the Behance. That's maybe my favorite place to find the designs. Also, another website is Awards with 3 W's, awards.com, I think it's called. That website is also filled with people who are sharing their work, full website, working website, and they are awarded by that. So you have commissions that are trying and seeking for great websites, and they're sharing with the people. I think it's paid to share the website, your website on that site, but you can find the great inspiration as well. So Behance and maybe Awards are great examples. And the first question is how to design better sites. It's really just practice, see how other works, and see how most popular websites are designed. They have their reason why they are most popular websites. So it's really up to you to explore it and seek how others are designing as well.
Great. And the next one, what other tools do I need to present a website?
What other tools do I need to present a website? If you are talking about presentation, what you created, Figma is all in one. So you can also create great presentations in the Figma as well. If you're trying to present the whole website or just sharing you can just go to the share tool of Figma, share with the client, and that's it. Everything works in Figma really seamlessly. So yeah, I think Figma is great, but if you know other places, yeah, use them.
Okay, and the next one, how to create a website design free of charge. What ideas about free of charge?
Okay, the term of website design, it's maybe misinterpreted. I think he's meaning the website development or something like that, because website design is really what I'm trying to show in this course. It's designing the website in Figma. It's totally different for development. So if you are talking about creating a website development free of charge, I don't think there's any tool for that. There's many tools to create the website, but you are not going to publish it for free. There's always going to be some fees of charging the URL codes, creating your
I call it tricky fee. You can try, you can test, you can create, but if you want to publish, you need to pay.
Yeah. But in the Figma, you can create great prototypes that can also work. But if you're trying to publish it, it's going to cost some of sort.
Yeah, okay. So what recommendation must be followed to optimally integrate images in the prototypes of websites built in Figma? Give some practical advice, please.
Yeah. If you have many pictures in Figma, that can maybe slow down your workflow. And by meaning of many pictures, I mean really, really many pictures, because I didn't have many problems with that. But if you're filled with pictures, there's plugins called Tiny Image Processor, and I think that's also implemented in the Figma. You can, when you go on export, there's a section like Tiny Image Export or Compressor, and you can compress those images and have optimal usage for them. But also, if you're trying to implement maybe some stock pictures or maybe some copyright free of use, something like that, you can use some websites or some plugins, for example, like Unsplash, to implement great pictures in your workflow as well.
We have one question from chat. It's from Lorensky. What are your thoughts on Adobe buying Figma?
Yeah,
is it possible scenario?
Yeah. That's, I think it was announced today or something like that. It was announced really recently. It all depends on what they are trying to do. Hopefully, they're going to improve the Figma in better site than before. Hopefully, we are going to see great improvements in the Figma. I don't think that's something that we should worry too much. It's the tool that you're going to use. It's all up to your knowledge. So if you understand the tool, you're going to move to every single thing that you want. But I don't think it's going to be really something that we need to worry about. Figma isn't going anywhere right now.
Usually such big buying, they are about monetization. Microsoft also, when they bought LinkedIn, they made it like more monetized. So Adobe will find ideas how to earn more money on Figma. It's on the one hand, it's bad news for everyone who asked questions about free of charge creating a website. But on the other hand, it's meaning that the tool will be developing faster. It will be investments in this tool, and it will grow much faster than it's growing right now. So we will be waiting it, and we will make updates in the course. And maybe that's all. I will see. Do we have any other questions in chat? I don't see. So now, Željko. So some more additional announcements. You can start education with our digital marketing courses on Udemy with 90% of discount only today. You can go through the QR code, or you can go link. Just in a few weeks, you will find there also our course with Željko. Željko will share all his experience about doing great things in Figma, how to do it in the right way, how to build your career, and it will be really helpful for you. So, and maybe the last bonus, it's going a course for free. Some of you love Figma, some of you love Wix, but we have course on about how to create website on WordPress. Just today, just for people who are watching us online, you can get this course for free. Take this coupon link. You can go through this link and watch this course, give us review, share your experience, add any ideas how to make this course better. We have great gift for you. Don't hesitate, use it and make your websites on WordPress better. And the last one, but not the least, we have a big start in this month. It's our course on digital marketing specialist on Skills Bootster platform. For this course, you can get 20% discount just right now. Just use this QR code and enroll in our course, Digital Marketing Specialist on Skills Booster. Next webinars are really close in time. We will have next webinar on SEO topic, how to put Search Console on steroid. We will have director on business alliances of such great tool as Rank Watch, Hership to Gupta. He will share his experience about how to do the right SEO for your website. So everyone who are interested in this topic, don't hesitate, register for the next webinar. And in few weeks, we will have our regular online conference SMM Day. So if you're interested in social media marketing and you will want to learn more about things connected with social media, guys, I will be happy to see you there. Also, don't forget to put likes to our webinars, write comments, share your experience about webinar, what you like, what you don't like. You can put us marks for this webinar or for Željko. If you love this webinar, please put 10 from 10. If you think that something was wrong, like 9, 8, 7, and we will be happy to get your mark for this webinar and make the next webinars and conferences better for you to make a digital marketing career and digital marketing approach more effective. So guys, this was our last slide. At this moment, I will double check the chat. Maybe we have more questions. Let's see what questions do we have. We have first comment, Željko, that's 10 from 10. I think that it's a good mark. We will maybe wait for other marks. We have 10 from Enrique. Let's see, maybe someone also will put us 10. It's always, Željko, what is the most disappointing things on Udemy when you got 1 star without comment. Most of our courses, they have like 5-star, 4-star reviews and so on. But when someone without comment just put you 1 star, it's always disappointing. But now in chat, we have just 10, 10, 10. And I'm happy that this webinar was really useful for our students. I want to say thank you, Željko. I'm really waiting for that great course on Figma on Udemy that you are preparing and we will publish it. I hope this course will be really helpful for all our students and they will use this knowledge and make their design and websites better. So Željko, thank you. I see a few more 10s in chat. We have 10 from Joey, from Zelenio, Lozensky. I think that it was a good webinar. So thank you for your help. Thank you for great webinars. Thank you for asking answering the questions. And I see you on our next courses, webinars, and our next events. Thank you, Željko, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice one.